What's up, everyone? This is Destroyer229, and welcome back to Let's Play Persona 4 Golden. I did not get the vending machines. Last time, we managed to get through a lot of our school time and other non-party member associated social links. Managed to get pretty far in quite a few of them, and even managed to max out Koen Daisuke again. In this episode, we've gone through quite a bit within those social links, but now is a good time to finally go and rescue Naoto. We've been through quite a bit of extra training and getting social links done. I'll go ahead and buy a wheat, because why not? And you know what? I'll take a cabbage too. Why not? So we are going to head on into the TV world today.
Is everyone here?
So that is exactly what we're going to do, and hey, at least now we'll be able to spend time with our party members again.
Let's go, Sensei!
Okay, so first things first, this should be the last of the fox costumes. And so we get the tracksuit, the final costume, and a second one for Chie for some reason. Okay, now I'm very curious as to how this will look. Okay, first things first.
Find out more about Naoto-kun?
Let's go ahead and unlock the secret base first. Anyway, yeah, as a refresher, Naoto doesn't like being treated as a kid and is very obsessive about the case.
I see. So he's being stubborn about the case. But it seems like it's rare for Naoto-kun to get so worked up over something. Okay, I've got a good feel for him. I think I can do this. It won't take long for me to find him with my persona, so be ready to follow me once I do.
What is this place?
It's all sci-fi. Hey, doesn't it remind you of those secret hideouts in live-action shows?
Oh yeah! I used to watch Featherman all the time when I was a kid.
I hear that those are really tough shoots. A lot of the actors do their own stunts, like jumping through fire themselves.
Well, it's every man's dream to do that stuff.
Yeah, I can understand that. They're action-based, like kung fu movies. And just the phrase secret hideout has this exciting ring to it.
It does sound rather exciting, doesn't it?
Actually, when I was a kid, I had my own secret place near the mountain by Yukiko's house. I'd pretend that a legendary kung fu master was teaching me special techniques. Whata!
Got it all wrong. But hey, so this secret hideout thing, it came from Naoto's mind? I guess our proper boy detective isn't as grown up as he looks. Alright, let's get going.
Alright, so now we can go and rescue Naoto. That's not what we're going to be doing first. we still have quite a bit that we need to do back in Void Quest. Including taking on the boss there. Okay, well, I'll worry about costumes when we actually get in. Anyway, Kanji, Yukiko, and Chie. Everyone's mad at me for doing Void Quest. We should be rescuing Naoto, but I'm trying to be efficient, guys. Okay. So let's go ahead and change up everyone's costume, including whatever Chie's new costume is. Why am I not surprised? Of course it's a Bruce Lee outfit. Man, that's the second Bruce Lee outfit this year. In fact, 2 games in a row. First Sandy and now Chie. Oh, we're getting gold hands right away.
Another one. Don't let it get away.
Was actually not expecting to see them that fast. Okay, cool. Right, only physical and not physical.
3 of them. Don't give up now, okay?
Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and start off with a Masakaja. Okay, and then Chie can use a... Nah, we should just stick with Rampage. Black Spot will be much better when there's only one of them. Meantime, let's use Mudun on the tank. Damn it. Okay. Turret shot on one of the hands then.
Damn, couldn't finish it.
Okay, well, I do have something in mind to kind of talk about. Although, I guess while we're going through the battle, I was thinking of trying to do more history lessons. But unfortunately, Jesus, Megadodo's so much on these guys. But there is a bit of a problem with trying to do history lessons, and it was something that...
Perfect. Leave this to me.
Please hit the other gold hand, Yukiko.
Here goes. You're wide
It's the
open.
tank.
Enemy down. Great work. Yukiko
Okay,
Senpai.
not quite what I wanted to see, but you know what?
It's over.
I can at least do a lot of damage on the tank.
I can't defeat it.
And then we'll use turret shot on you. Anyway, I did want to try to do some more history lessons, but just like with Persona
You're
5,
the man. It got back up.
minor spoilers, there are third tier, oh Jesus.
Wait, someone heal her. Guys, Chie Senpai's really hurt.
Just like in Persona 5 Royal, Persona 4 Golden does have third tier personas. In fact, it was the first in the series to actually introduce third tiers. But...
Ouch! That hurt!
Oh boy, I can't even use Black Spot. Can I just run up and smack it? Damn it. Okay, well, let's go ahead and use Mediarama. So anyway, I did just briefly check the Megami Tensei wiki just to see, like, what it really says anything about for any of the third tier personas. And they aren't, it's not really all that helpful, admittedly.
Enemy defeated.
Okay, and it's just gonna do that for even longer. And what I mean by that is that, just like with Persona 5, in which the... Okay, do I want Yatagarasu? I may not want Yatagarasu to have that. Do I have anyone that can get rid of that boost? Matarunda wouldn't be bad. Dekunda, Masakunda. Do I have regular Sakunda or at least Takaja? Do I have Takaja on anyone? No, I don't. Great. Okay, I'll stick with Yatagarasu.
All right, we won. Ooh, congratulations.
All right. So anyway, The problem with the third tier Personas is that it's somewhat similar with Persona 5, in which Persona 5 was mostly just an unmasked version of each of the Personas. And it's kind of similar to what it is in Golden. By what I mean is that each of the third tier Personas, they're basically just other epitaphs for each of the evolved Personas. So it's not like it's a brand new entity. In fact, they're all pretty much kind of the same. Like, think of how with Yu's second tier Persona is just a different form of Izanagi. It's kind of like that. I think the only person who had anything that was even remotely different was Chie, but her third tier Persona mostly just follows a history lesson that we already had, and very specifically of Izanagi. So it's not even really worth it just going over history lessons in that case. Granted, there is a history lesson that I would like to do for an entirely different reason, but that will not become more apparent until much later. So then, oh, hey you two. Well, we can get some items from these guys. Cough drop. And a Vanish Ball. Ooh, Vanish Ball. Nice. So, what exactly will we be going over today then? Well, there's not really a whole lot of Persona news, admittedly. So, not really a whole lot to really go over, but there is something that I do want to go over, and it's kind of regarding what a lot of people are upset about, more specifically on places like Reddit. Because of course. And that actually deals with the, I guess it would be released by the time this video comes out. I guess recently released, episode I guess in Persona 3, oh god, Reload. And very specifically about the optional boss fight. In case you're unaware, Alice is adding in a new boss fight to Persona 3 Reload. So, in the new episode I guess, they basically added an optional boss fight with Joker. Now, a lot of people are upset about this because, you know, continuity and that sort of thing, which, you know, it doesn't really take much to really buy into the fact that because the answer is in a sort of time loop and is kind of outside of space and time, that there's some weird, funky shenanigans going on with that. So, to me, that doesn't really matter a whole lot that Joker's an optional fight. Well, I guess that's the best thing that we're going to see with Chie's new winning pose. And of course, immediately, I can't really do a whole lot here. And I have to immediately lose my bonus. Oh, well, we got the Eternal Lamp, so that's good. So yeah, it doesn't bother me that Joker's in it because how time is really funky within the abyss of time. So it never really bothers me that much because it doesn't really mess with continuity. And especially when you consider that Persona 5 also had boss fights, optional fights at that, with Makoto and Yu. Like, it honestly isn't really that big of a surprise that they are then adding in Joker for something similar. I think really the only thing that I would kind of have a little issue with is, and who knows, maybe this is in it, and it's just they're not advertising it. Which I kind of doubt because Atlus generally loves to advertise whenever they have new things for their games, so I seriously doubt that this will actually happen. But one thing that I kind of wish that they would do would be that they would have had 2 optional bosses. Like, obviously, you'd have Joker because he's the more recent protagonist, and he's super popular right now. But I feel like one thing that they could have done and I feel like they probably should have done considering the timeline of things that we know about, is having a second fight, again, optional boss fight, just like Joker, but with Katone, with FemC. And the reason I basically say this is because we know that Atlus did not begin development on episode Aegis right away. It was not something that they were concerned with at all. They just wanted to get the base game out for Reload. And it wasn't until that they got the mass reception and people really wanting both the answer and a FemC route, not really much there, that they then began developing the answer. Hey, Kanji leveled up. And Risei. So we know that they didn't even begin development on these things, and we know that they couldn't really develop a FemC route just because of time constraints. Time and budget constraints, really, to get everything that FemC route had on Persona 3 Portable. However, they did know that the demand was there to include FemC. So if they had the time and resources to not only adapt the answer, but also throw in an optional boss fight with Joker, it seems weird to me that Atlus wouldn't then do the same thing with FemC. At least then you would have every modern Persona protagonist, soul food, every modern Persona protagonist that is then in an optional boss fight. You would have Makoto and you in the boss fights in Reload. Or not Reload, in Royal. And then you would have Joker and Katone in the optional boss fights in Reload. Hey, Jay leveled up. And Yukiko. Ooh, she's almost got Fire Boost. And it's just one of those things where it's like, if you're already basically using time-space manipulation to justify having Joker, then you could easily use the same sort of thing to justify Katone. Get back here.
Yo, mind if I kick a little ass here?
Have we seen Kanji's follow-up attack?
You ready for this? The hell are you looking at?
I don't think we have. I think that was the first time we've actually seen Kanji's follow-up attack at least in Golden. And already another level up. So yeah, like I was saying, if you can justify Joker basically being a manipulation of time, when it comes to the Abyss of Time, there is also manipulation of space, since C's can't leave the dorm, and that also they have a convenient teleport into Polonia Mall. Obviously, space is also being manipulated. And since Katone is from an entirely different timeline, I feel like that could also work. Or you just go with the justification that it is a separate timeline. And so then you'd still have the justification of the Abyss of Time being really wonky with time. Bringing in someone who feels very similar to the protagonist that they've come to know, but something obviously very different, because they don't know who this girl is that feels so similar to their leader that they've spent an entire year with. So, I don't know, it just feels weird to me that Atlus wouldn't do that, especially since, again, they knew that having a full-blown FemC route wouldn't be viable, because, again, too much time and money to be able to do it effectively and to do it the way that everyone would be happy with. So the next best thing, then, if they were already going to include additional content, not only with the Joker fight, but also with the new Theurgies, to bring in other combo spells, and events with Metis, too, it just seems like it would be, I don't know. At the very least you could do to fans of the character to then at least include her in some capacity. If not the route that they were wanting, at the very least having some representation of her character, as opposed to just completely ignoring her. Like they've been doing since her introduction, except for Persona Q2. So, I don't know. It feels like that they should have done something more with her if they couldn't do a full-blown route like everyone wanted. Like, I kind of figured that, like, maybe they could have done something like that. I'm pretty sure I've argued that before, but honestly, I think there was a lot more stuff in Portable than I originally thought. Like, they added a lot more stuff in Portable to Femc's route in particular. Far more than I thought was really necessary or had. Oh man. Ooh, rainy enemies.
Careful. That enemy's
Lots of rainy enemies. So, yeah, it being essentially like an extra 2 to 3 years and a lot in the budget, I can see why Atlas would not be really keen to do that, especially if Persona 6 is hopefully on the horizon. But still, could have just thrown people a bone. Anyway, we got a Rainy Pot, a Rainy Brother 2, and a Rainy Sister 2. One of these things is immune to wind. And you know what? It's Megidol. They don't have that much HP.
amazing.
That did gangbusters. Alright, you weak to ice then. You reflect ice. Physical?
There.
Reflect physical.
One enemy to go.
Lightning.
Persona!
Weak to lightning.
Out of my sight, punks!
Alright, interesting. What's not interesting is the fact that it cost me my gold hand and that dude is still there. So I don't know. I guess that's kind of a mini rant, I suppose. And again, who knows? It would be really hilarious if Femc did come out to be an optional boss fight that Atlas just, for some reason, decided to not advertise and yet advertise Joker. That'd actually be hilarious. Ooh, options. I'm going with money. A level up for Yatagarasu would be nice, but that was 3 gold hands. So having a decent money multiplier is really nice. Gonna get Fire Boost. Question though, what should I get rid of for that? Possibly Divine Grace. That might be the time to finally get rid of that. Or Mudun. Mudun could still potentially be helpful. And Amrita's still nice until there's an option to get... That's really good until Salvation becomes available, and that is a long way off. You know what? I may end up regretting this. I'm gonna get rid of Divine Grace. So that way I can increase her literal firepower. Ooh, next is Agidine. Ooh, and Kanji leveled up too. And Rise, everyone except me. So again, do I see that happening? Nah. I think it's a missed opportunity. It'd be hilarious if I was wrong though, and I would love to be proven wrong. Alright, cool. We got a perfect view of that winning pose. Alright, so that's 2 things. Was I still missing... Pretty sure there's a third one. Yeah, the Leaf Pochette, I believe, is the one that I'm still missing. Admittedly, I haven't been fighting as many enemies as I probably should. So I might need to come back for that. But we shall see. We shall definitely see. I might as well just try to fight things now. I think that's from a set of dancers. I think I've gone past the floor where they appear, though. So that might be a bit of an issue.
All right.
Yeah, I figured one more of those would get me... Ooh, Yatagarasu leveled up too. Figured I would just one set of gold hands away from a level up. Anyway, pretty much done with everything I need to say, and now it's pretty much just a matter of beating the boss and then trying to get the item. Which, conveniently, we're right here. And I don't think we really need to go back. I think we're actually good to just tackle on the boss. Let me see if there's a better persona that I should start. Do I have a persona with like 2 auto skills? Tarukaja. I think I'm better off starting off with Alaroon. And then maybe switch to Orthrus. Let me see. Yeah, possibly. But anyway, we're good to just go on in and fight this thing. So let's go ahead, beat the mid-boss, get that last item, and then we'll call it a day.
Oh, that's not good. Darkness won't work.
So our mid-boss is the Escapist Soldier.
It's a no-brainer. I'm sure you'll win.
The Escapist Soldier is vulnerable to ice and wind. Resists almighty and nulls light and dark. Although there is a physical resist flag, but it's kind of weird. It knows the skills, though. Arm Chopper, Mind Slice, Crazy Chain, Blade of Fury, Mudun, Foul Breath, and Stagnant Air. I think it's at this point in the game where all of the bosses are pretty much, if not all, entirely identical to their original Persona 4 counterparts. So I don't think they made any changes with the kind of the end of mid-game, or I guess it's around mid-game, up through the end of the game. So, I mean, I'll still mention all of the things that they are weak to, resistances and skills, but I think I will stop specifically saying, like, what is different or what is the same, because at this point, it is all just exactly the same. Okay, so what we should do... Got an Auto Tarukaja up. I could go with Black Frost. It doesn't really hit any sort of vulnerabilities, admittedly. But the high endurance will help out a lot. You know what? Sure, we'll go to Black Frost.
Last one. Go for it.
Or I could use Masakunda. Let's use Masakunda, because I don't have regular Sakunda. And then we can hit it with a black spot.
Enemy down.
And I am not going to go with the all-out attack, because I know this thing resists almighty.
Couldn't quite beat it.
Chie-senpai's in for the kill.
So it will be in my best interest to instead just go with the increased damage I can deal. It's just so funny when that happens. Okay, well, that's not great. But let's go ahead and hit it with the turret shot.
That's good, Kanji.
Ooh.
It's rampage time.
Now's our chance for a beatdown.
Very nice, Kanji. I realize I should have not gone with the all-out attack because I just mentioned why that's not a good thing. Go me. Say that I shouldn't do it and then immediately go back in the muscle memory.
Enemy down.
Okay, this time I am not going to do that. Because it honestly would be best if Kanji was the one to actually do the critical, and then that way everyone gets increased damage. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Oh! Okay! Well, I know I have a homunculus. I'm keeping Black Frost just so that way I don't get insta-killed. I completely forgot about that, even though I said it just a moment ago. Okay.
Enemy down.
Now, I'm just gonna go with the all attack because I'm gonna just be healing with Yukiko.
Okay, it's showtime. Are you
Ooh,
ready?
and we get Rise!
Ready to go. Go! Beat him up.
Damn.
Okay.
Finish it.
You ready, Yukiko?
Ooh! And the Twin Dragons. Very nice. Even more boosted damage. Well, I guess it's not really boosted because it resists Almighty, but whatever.
Whoa, Kanji, that was
Okay, that's
great.
not good. Chie is confused. Let's go ahead. I should have silence sedative.
Thanks a million.
Okay. So let's go ahead. We'll go ahead and hit it with a Masakunda. So that way its hit rate is still down. Very nice. Gonna use another healing turn. Ooh, and another Rise! Yeah, one good thing with Black Spot is that even though it doesn't say it, it does have a heightened crit chance, which is really nice. Makes it really nice to go after Gold Hands too, although I still like Rampage just so that way it can deal damage.
Whoa, Kanji, that was
Okay, and
great.
now Yukiko is confused. Great. Let's go ahead. It's almost down, so I think we might be able to just take it
Good,
down.
Kanji. Rampage
Ooh!
time.
Just say the word and it's go time.
Sure!
On, Dan.
Places, everyone. And
And a Rise as well!
Talking.
go, go, go.
Not exactly the greatest since we won't have Yukiko, but I'm planning on just trying to take it down this turn. So we'll just hit it with an Agidyne.
Hey, hang in there.
Perfect, I was hoping that would happen.
Come on. Take it.
And that's game. Okay, so not all too bad. And for our efforts, we get the Gaia Sword. Not particularly helpful. But you know, again, it's always really good to get. Because it's generally one of the better items you can afford for your characters. Anyway, I'm gonna go down a few floors. I'm gonna see if I can try to find where the leaf pochette is. I'm pretty sure that it's located on a dancer. It might be around like between floors 5 and 7. So I'm gonna take the opportunity to just kind of explore around. When we find them, we'll go ahead and fight them and then actually, because I don't think I have it. Let me just double check. I do not believe I have the item. There's the flower brooch, eternal lamp, ceruleum, yeah. Didn't think I had it. Okay, so I'll go ahead, show off the enemies, and then once we've got that item, then we can use a go home and call it a day. So if anything interesting happens, I'll show it to you guys, and if not, I'll see you when we hit that enemy.
Another level. Gotta keep at it.
Well, that was fast.
Yes, I leveled up. Yay, I leveled up.
Alright, cool. Well, Chie gets Heat Wave. I think Rampage has outlived its usefulness. Heat Wave is going to be more powerful most of the time, and is going to be more accurate. So you've done us well, Rampage, but it is time you are replaced.
Have I gotten a little stronger?
And you can go leveled up too.
Looks like that one's immune to wind.
Are these guys new? Yeah, they are. Rain and Musha, and a rainy castle.
No problem. It'll be over.
Okay, well, that's interesting. I'm gonna hit you with a Mega Doll.
Three enemies
Ooh,
left.
okay, that is very interesting. How do you deal with ice? Okay, well, you're weak to ice.
Yo, mind if I kick a little ass here?
Sure.
This is it. Yeah!
Perfect.
Enemies.
We can smash them all. Have at it.
Very nice. Okay, but that really didn't do a whole lot. How do you deal with darkness? Okay, not weak to darkness,
Ice won't work.
but
so try
not
another attack.
resistant either. They're just susceptible to it.
Here goes.
Okay, well that helps out a lot.
Lay
Last
down
one.
and die already.
Let's go ahead and just smack you. Then we can hit you with the black spot. Okay, perfect.
Please come again.
So those pots are weak to fire. Good to know. Yo. There's only 2 hands, but still worth it.
Ooh,
And I leveled up.
congratulations.
Nice.
All right.
And Rise.
Yay, I leveled up.
Hey.
I leveled
Oh,
up.
just from a single gold hand. Anyway, I'm in the area where it's supposed to be. It's apparently floors 3 and 4. Still have not encountered the darn thing yet. Oh, and Kanji leveled up too. And he gets a leg break. Cool, I don't care.
All right,
Yeesh, I still haven't found the darn thing. So many rocks and snakes and especially gold hands, my god. Oh, it wasn't the dancer, it was the cupids. No, I wasn't sure if it was the Cupid or not, but that was the first time that I had encountered it this run. Okay, well regardless, we got the item, and that's all we really need. Let's go ahead. Where did my go homes? I just saw it. Or was that Neo's? Somewhere here. Where are my go homes? There, it's right underneath the soul food. Okay, so with that and a very, very long exploration that gave us quite a lot of experience and levels, I think we're good to call it a day. Anyway, we only need 7,500 yen. We've already gained 100,000 yen here on money alone. Now, that does mean that a lot of our SP recovery stuff is not going to be super helpful, but we've amassed quite a bit of SP recovery items at this point. Like, look how many taps I've got. With the Fox at rank 9, and the fact that it's specifically a good day for the Fox, SP recovery is super negligible. Okay, well I think there's one other thing that I want to do before calling it a day. And that is compendium stuff. So let me go ahead and register all the stuff that I want. I think that's everything except Satanta. Maybe Triglov as well. Okay, so yeah, everything except Triglov and whatever the last one was. Satanta. Okay. So with that, I know for a fact. Ooh, we also have the level to get Baphomet now. Okay, so Yatagarasu, Nigimitama, and Kukulane, or Alarun, Loa, and Kukulane. What about Clotho? We have so many different Clotho combinations, all of which are triple spreads. Cool. Let's see, what personas am I not using? Loa isn't going to be super helpful, and Nigimitama I can easily buy back. What else can I use? No, I'm using that. Using those. Is there anything in which I don't really need? Honestly, with Black Frost and Triglov? Well, Triglov I will eventually need back. Ooh, I can pass down everything from Black Frost. I don't think that'll be super helpful. Augidine would be helpful, and possibly a Mind Charge as well to give to Norn. Those are both really good. And I obviously don't have Norn yet in my compendium. Ooh, that is very tempting. Very tempting indeed. Does Dis? Dis also does the same thing. Anno has Invigorate too. She's just not as strong as Black Frost. Ooh, okay, we've definitely got options. I think either Dis or Black Frost. Ooh, that is tempting. Let me see what sort of options I have and what would be the best combination without sacrificing someone that is integral for Baphomet. So give me a minute. Okay, I've got my combination for both of these. So we are fusing away Dis, Nigimitama, and Satanta in order to fuse Clotho. Okay, definitely want Augidine. Definitely want Mind Charge and Invigorate 2. I am thinking of Dekunda, just because I don't really have a good dedicated use of that, and I only can really do anything with items. If I had someone with Dekaja, that would be really nice. But I think I'll go with Dekunda for now. Now, unfortunately, we're not getting any stat boosts because we haven't rescued Naoto yet. But that's fine. We just need Clotho in general. Okay. That is perfectly fine. I can always buy back the Arcanas I need later. And that just leaves our other persona. So we are fusing away Alaroon, Loa, and Kakulain in order to fuse Baphomet. Okay, now first off. Ooh, he doesn't have Augidine ordinarily. Interesting. Ufudine and Zeodine. Ooh, interesting. Now, this does put me in a little bit of a predicament. So, what I'm gonna do is that despite the fact that it seems appropriate, I will not pass down Augidine. Instead, Ufudine and Zeodine. And I will go with Nullifier and Invigorate 2. Survive Light is eh. I mean, it helps because he does have a weakness to light, but I figured Null Light would be way better anyway. So I'm going to have Invigorate 2, just so that way I can have some SP recovery if I need to switch to Baphomet. Neat. Okay, so let's see what we get. Ooh, good magic boost. Even more magic. Love to see that. Ailment boost, don't really care. Dodge physical. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to get rid of Ghastly Whale. I guess as long as I have Evil Smile, that's okay. I'm never going, Ailment boost is passive. You know, what am I doing? Ailments aren't even that good in Persona 4. This isn't Persona 5. What are you talking about? Okay, now, out of curiosity's sake, is there any other... No. There are no Personas that are available that are not already in my compendium. Cool. And that brings our compendium registration up to 94%. We're doing pretty good. but we are going to call it a day here. So, next on, let's play Persona 4 Golden. We are heading into Naoto's dungeon to at least begin our rescue attempt. I have my doubts that we'll get through the entire thing in one go. It'll probably take 2 episodes to get through it, but at the very least, we can try to hit the mid-boss. That is going to be my goal. And I have no idea what to think of for any sort of discussion, because I was kind of scraping to come up with something today. I don't know, maybe there'll be something interesting to talk about once I finally get my hands on the Reload DLC, but we'll see. We'll see if I've come to, well, first of all, gotten it, and second, form a different opinion compared to the original answer by then. Who knows? Recording schedules. Until next time, everyone, take care.